Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's card making video, we're going to be playing with this flower border die from the It's Just Paper range at Craft Stash. This is from the Celebrate Blossoms collection, and I love that this border die also comes with another die so that you can cut it out and have an element instead. So I love the fact that it's got a dual purpose. I don't actually have many border dies in my stash. In fact, I think this is the second one that I own. So I really thought I needed to experiment with it and have a play. This is what it looks like if you use that other die with it so that you can cut out that element. But today we're going to be using it as a border die. So I've already gone ahead and created my A2 card blank, and I've made that using the Creative Craft Products US sized cardstock. It's smooth white cardstock and it's 300 GSM, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're in the UK and you want to create American sized cards. It is brilliant. And they do an A4 size as well. And the quality of the card is just brilliant. It's great for ink blending, alcohol markers, colouring, die cutting, general card making. It's definitely one of my favourite cards to use. So I'm just laying my card blank flat and I'm just putting the border die along the edge there. You want to make sure that the section that's going to be cut away is obviously facing towards the bottom of the panel. Otherwise you're just going to cut off the top of the card and have no border die left. So just take a good look at the die before you cut it. Make sure you've got the cutting edge the right way. I'm just placing a piece of white copy paper over the top of it because my plates are quite badly marked at the moment, and so I don't want to get any marks on the white cardstock. So I'm just running that through my die cutting machine. I am using my precision base plate, however it's not necessary. You're fine with just normal cutting plates. And I'm just going to pop out all of those extra little bits there using my pokey tool. And then you can see that we've got that lovely decorative edge on the top of that card blank. Really, really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer of acetate. So I've already gone ahead and cut this piece of acetate down to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I'm just going to add some red line tape just at the top of the card. And then my acetate is lying nice and flat on the inner side of the card as well. And then when I close that flap over, the double-sided tape will grab onto the acetate and that will be perfectly lined up. So it's a little bit flimsy at the moment, but of course we're going to add a few more layers to it and then it will stand up beautifully at the end. So I've made 2 matte layers for the inside of the card. I've got like this hot metallic pink cardstock and then some lighter pale pink card as well. And I'm just adding some glue to that. I'm going to mat them together and then I'm going to attach that to the inside of the card. And then you'll be able to just see some of that colour popping through the bottom of the card panel, but also there's plenty of space still at the top to write a little message that won't then be on display when the recipient displays the card. So that's also added a little bit of colour to the card. I'm then going to go ahead and die cut this sentiment die. This is a Julie Hickey Designs Sentiment Happy. I'm not going to use the shadow part and I've die cut it from the same metallic hot pink foiled card. I've also die cut a butterfly in some black cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment that says anniversary from the Funky Fossil Design strip back sentiment stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp it with some Wow sticky embossing ink, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some Superfine white embossing powder from Wow. So because I'm using the Superfine embossing powder, it really helps when you're using detailed sentiments. It just really helps bring out the detail and keep it nice and crisp. So I'm just going to heat set that from underneath using the Wow heat tool on the hottest setting. And then I'm going to use my mini Tim Holtz trimmer just to trim the sentiment down so that we've got that lovely thin strip of black card with that lovely bold white sentiment on it. I'm going to also pop some foam tape on the back of that as well. But first of all, I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the back of the word happy and stick that directly down onto the card front. And then on the anniversary, I'm just going to add a little bit of foam tape, which I'm just going to cut down using these new Tim Holtz scissors. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. And I play around with the layout because I wasn't really sure where I wanted it. And I did decide to keep it on the top right and just overlapping the word happy a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back of that butterfly, and then I've got these matte black flat backed sequins from A Colourful Life Designs, And I'm just using a wax pencil just to pick those up and a little bit of liquid glue just to pop them down. And then that just finishes off the card really nicely. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this tutorial. I hope that it's given you some ideas of ways that you can use your border dies and also a way to incorporate acetate into your card making as well. This is a really nice, simple and easy card. So give it a go and don't forget to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think to this card. As always, all the products that I've used will be in the description box below too. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this tutorial. It really helps me out. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, then please consider subscribing and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.